And we're live.
Lighter flick, lighter flick, lighter flick. What's good, people? It's your boy, Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy, WordPlay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme No Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all. You know what I'm going to do in post, right? So we're going to review the Carter 6, our No Rhyme or review. The sixth installment of the Carter series, Lil Wayne's 14th studio album, predecessor to the Carter 5. So I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about first impressions. I want to know why this album is not great. I want to know what would make it better, and also what do we like. So that's what the video is going to be like today. You first. What's the first impression?
My first impressions were initially that I didn't like it because I was expecting something that I shouldn't have expected from Wayne, which is a certain level of growth and lyricism in a way that kind of like opened the doors for a bit more, I would say, like deeper conversation.
Yeah.
But then I somewhere in the first impressions kind of went into like, oh, this is just legacy mode versus trying to build a new album kind of thing.
Yeah, for me, I was like, track 1, what are we getting into? Track 2, oh, I'm into this. If this continues, I'm going to be happy. Track 3, okay. Track 4, oh, nice. Let's see. Track 5, what? Where is this? And then the rest just kind of falls off the cliff from there. And so ultimately, my first impression was I'm not impressed at all.
Nope.
And I think we could have been in a better situation having a little bit more focus on this project.
Yeah. Also, I almost forgot. I was also like so hyped because of the feature he had with Corday and then his feature with Nas. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so he's been going on. For folks that don't know, he did a lot of great features with Corday, with Nas. Who else he did some features with recently?
He did the whole album with 2 Chainz, which I thought was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Or College Grove. College?
It was part 2.
Part 2. And there were some other ones I'm forgetting.
I think we reviewed that one, so go back and watch. In my opinion, he didn't. Well, lyrically, he hasn't gone anywhere.
No, lyrically, he has not, to me, lost a step. It's just I thought he would have learned another move.
Elaborate.
So let's go with like whether it's Kendrick, Drake, Cole, right? We can go from their first album to their last album, and I can see the steps that they took to get better. Kendrick, as an artist, has always made really good singles. But when you listen to those singles in context of the album, they always kind of amplified the album in a way, right? And he just kept growing with that, whether it's with GNX, whether it's with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. There's always something that I think evolves his songwriting, right? You make the pop record, but you make it feel really gangsta. You make it feel really good, right? And I was just kind of expecting him to take the same kind of intensity that he's always had and like really just go there.
Yeah, so this makes me feel like those Eminem albums with like 30 songs on them.
Yes.
It's no different. This is a let me get out of my contract album. Does that feel like that?
It kind of feels like that, but I also think he was, and are we getting into what makes it bad for us?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. What makes it bad?
To me, he was trying to do a legacy album, like I said earlier, which in context of what I mean by that, he took from Carter 1 to Carter 5, I'm Not a Human Being, No Ceilings, and like was kind of channeling the energy of those songs. Banned from NO sounds like it could have gone on No Ceilings. Even Sharks feels kind of like a Carter 4, Carter 5-ish song. The Bono song sounds like an I Am Not a Human Being song when he was going into his rock kind of pop skateboard bag. If you go back to like Mariah or even Being Myself, there's all these callbacks in a certain way, but they don't add up to a good album. They just sound not very cohesive to me.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like an album. This feels like a disorganized playlist.
Yeah.
Kind of like a greatest hits almost.
Yeah, but that's what he's doing on the tour. And so I think he was trying to set himself up for that and give himself a lot of different lanes and audiences to play with. It just wasn't what I was expecting from a Carter named album.
Then why not just release a greatest hits album and go on tour?
I think, it's what he's doing. He just didn't release the album alongside of it. He just released new music to add to the tour.
Yeah, I guess, with my point of view and my perspective, what makes this album bad is that it needs, like I said, it needs that focus.
Yeah.
I would say about this album could have been 8, 9 songs lighter and it would have been fine.
Yeah, I would also say if he had focused on making 15, 21 songs and then not even a week or two after dropping a bonus and dropping a couple songs, because I think he heard all the questions about where's Nicki, where's Drake. Still no Drake. I think not having Drake on the album to me makes it a bad album. Retroactively, I feel adding the Nicki feature is cool. Mm-hmm. But I think this was one of those moments where I think the Carter 6 should have been one of those pivotal shift albums, whether it's I stand by Young Money, and it didn't really feel like that. It didn't feel like he was stepping into this new era where it's from a certain, from 2000, literally 2000, or even 98, 99 when he dropped Black is Hot, Wayne has been everywhere with a hit. Started out with platinum albums, boom, 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 boom. This didn't feel like that Wayne. This felt like a comfortable Wayne as well, which is also kind of what makes it bad for me. Because if you get too comfortable on what you think you've been standing on, you're not going to grow.
I don't have too much to elaborate on as far as what makes it bad. So I think I want to talk about what makes it better. What could have made it better? He could have focused in on some of these songs that are a lot more cohesive, a lot more rap focused, and a little less pop focused. In my opinion, this album needed a executive producer.
I think it needed The Alchemist or somebody that kind of allowed Wayne to be Wayne. I think it needed, honestly, I do think it needed a Drake feature. I think it needed a Hot Boys feature.
What are more features going to do for it?
I think it rounds out the album and gives Wayne a second to kind of to really shine. Because I think at this point, and this is crazy to say about Wayne with his work ethic, more verses from Wayne on this album weren't helping.
There's a claim that Wyclef is the executive producer.
That's interesting.
I need to verify that. I really do.
If so, it kind of makes sense to the sound. It's still very Wayne, but I feel like some of these bops and some of the direction can feel I don't know.
This cannot be Wyclef as the executive producer. This
seems weird. A weird person to go get for your 6th album, or not 6th album, but 6th Carter.
It's not weird. It's just
weird.
It's unfocused, and I've never heard Wyclef produce an album that is this unfocused.
He's also producing Wayne though, and I don't think Wayne has come in with Wayne ain't did no full on focused albums. They've just sounded cohesive.
What do you mean by that?
So Wayne has always had the same archetype, right? Gun bars, coke bars, girl bars, F bars. F is for whatever. And he's always done this, and it kind of feels like Wyclef didn't play into that. I feel like
that's cool, but what does that have to do with the production of the piece, right?
To me, this sounds like it feels more like Wyclef was going for something that I think he just missed on. I really do think a different executive producer, somebody that kind of pushed Wayne and tried to get him as an artist to expand himself. You don't even necessarily have to grow, but sonically, I feel like there are many lanes that he could have touched.
Elaborate on what Wyclef was going for. What do you think he's going for?
I literally think that he was going for the legacy thing. Let's play on your legacy. Let's find sounds that bring people back to this, that remind them of this, that give them this kind of feeling. And I don't think that really worked.
I would say that Wyclef is looking for a hit.
I could see
and he
that
went pop with this. He went into a pop angle for Wayne. Wyclef would have been better suited treating this like it was a Fugees record. And I think the way you have to handle that is You have to be able to say no to Lil Wayne. And I don't think anybody was in the studio saying no. He doesn't need any yes men around him.
No. It's not
You're
all
right.
bad, though.
It's not all bad. What's your favorite?
My favorite is Hip Hop. I love the song with him and Big X the Plug.
Yeah.
It rocks the way I want it to. It hits in that Wayne, like getting the other gutter artists that respect him. And it's not too poppy to me. It fits within the lane that I believe he created.
For me, it's Welcome to the Carter.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I listened to it and I was kind of expecting Mr. Carter. Like, I don't know. I love that song with him and Jay. That was interesting. Honorable mention?
Being myself, yeah. Featuring Manny Fresh.
My honorable mention is Sharks, because I actually think this is one of those pop records that'll work for me. And I like Big Sean's approach to the track. Arbitrary ratings. You go first this time.
I'm going to give this one Lil Wayne baby picture out of 5.
I'm going to give it 3 Know Your Claps out of 5. For you guys, if you could, what do you think about the album? Let us know down in the comments. Is this your favorite Carter 6? And where do you even rank it among the Carters? This will probably be my least favorite. Not gonna lie to you. But let us know down in the comments. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next piece. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.